video telephone, which we've seen is 10 minutes. It's amazing with you and Beyonce. And of course there is, did you actually go naked for that? Because in the clip I saw it was pixelated.
Yeah, actually it's interesting because I had opaque tights on underneath the fishnets and it was pixelated, but the idea is that it's still an unanswered question and that you kind of see whatever it is that you see personally. Whether people think I was naked or think otherwise, it's meant to kind of be subjective, and whoever is watching it will have a different opinion.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So you weren't even just for that, because I did wonder if you really did go naked.
No, I wasn't, and it is pixelated, but it's interesting to see the way people view things differently.
Have you heard the different views? What are they saying?
I've heard it's been blurred out, so you don't know if she's a man or a woman. She's had it cut off. I heard she has, full frontal nudity in the video. So it's interesting because I know what it is, but it's based on the context of how you, as a fan or as a non-fan or as just a pop cultural human being, based on who you are and how you view the video, will change the way that you see it.
Are you happy? Because when you first started out in the music business, you slog along and you think and you learn your skill.
I wouldn't say I was slugging.
But now look at it. Everyone is saying it's the new Madonna. She's a cultural icon. She's reinvented the public's thrill in watching video clips all over again, which really no one's done for like 10 years. You've got to be thrilled with that.
It's certainly exciting, but to be honest, I didn't quite bargain for what the success of this video in particular. I actually, as much as the video does pay sort of a social homage to media culture and information and advertisements, it's so interesting to see the way people view things, because people talk about the product placement in the video, but half the products that you think are product placement in the video were not product placement at all.
Oh, really?
They were choices that I made to make commentary about American culture and overconsumption. And the video was designed to kind of make you feel sick by the end of it, with all of the information and the colors and the story and the visuals. And then by the end, everybody vomits and dances in American flags. So for people that were kind of confused by the video, that was the idea. And all of the sort of lesbian themes and the homosexual themes, they're so important. Transsexuality and transgendered lives are lives that are not really told in many stories, especially in a commercially viable environment. So that was something else I wanted to introduce that I'm going to continue to.
I think we love you. Like, our show is full of whatever the melting pot of society is. Like, we've got every race, every sexual preference. We like everyone to be equal. That's what we want. It's not how everyone sees things, though. So I'm really glad someone is flying that flag and pushing that message out.
Yeah. But I discovered that about myself. I grew up in New York City, so I grew up. I would meet Jackie, and I would not see her color or her ethnicity or her sexual preference or her religion. I would meet you just as a human being, just based on how I grew up. But I didn't realize that kind of gift that I had until I was older and I was in the music industry. I don't see sexuality when I meet someone. I don't see their religion, I don't see their color, and I grew up with gay friends. So I really joke about it, because as much as, like I said, the video comments on the song itself, it also, if Beyonce and I did a duet to Happy Birthday, it would have been the same video.
Yeah.
Because it was more about us together as two different kinds of females telling the same kind of story.
She's sweet, isn't she?
She's an angel. She's so sweet. She was so courageous, and she's very smart.
How did you sell that concept to her?
She was really cool about it. I mean, Beyonce is a superstar, So she, in her own right, she might have her particular aesthetic that she is really married to and loves with her fans, but I think she was excited to kind of explore a way to kind of free herself in my video in a different way, and she was really excited to do new things. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what she does next, because now that she's done this kind of video, I mean, she could do anything she wants.
Yeah.
Look, stick around, everyone. More Backstage with Lady GaGa.
Kyle and Jackie O, podcasting now.
It's the Kyle and Jackie O Show, chatting on the air with Lady GaGa.
I know that they're probably all your babies, all your video clips, but do you have a favourite?
Do I have a favourite?
Because for me, it was Bad Romance.
Have you seen people doing the claw, the Lady Gaga claw?
Yeah, I mean,
of course.
I saw this crazy guy. Like, I cut him off in traffic. He was on a push bike in LA a couple of weeks ago, and he stood up on his seat and he roared out, yelling at me, and he thrusted his hand up. The big claw went up in the air.
Well, that's also the symbol for the little monster. So he might have been a little monster.
Right.
But that's where that kind of came from, is when the video came out, it became this phenomenon where kind of all my fans, they were so pleased with the video and with the song that they were kind of like, I told you so, to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And then that monster claw became their unity and their symbol. You'll see it in the audience. They do it. They pump throughout the whole show.
Well, speaking of the concert, there was apparently a moment at one of the shows you were singing on the piano, and then they did a close-up on the screen and looked like you were crying. Were you crying?
I was, yeah. I get a little...
Brown Eyes, right? That was during Brown Eyes?
I get emotional sometimes.
What is it that makes you cry on stage?
It's really, really, like, heart-wrenching how my life has changed. I mean, people might sort of look at me and what I do and see photos of me and, you know, whatever, and they have this idea that I am whoever they perceive me to be. When the reality is, 2 years ago, I was playing in a bar that smelled like urine for 50 people. So I am an incredibly grateful young woman from New York, hardworking Italian family. My parents did not have money. They earned every dollar that me and my sister had growing up. And they taught me to be hardworking and disciplined. And I look out into that audience, and I swear, I will die on stage. I mean, I love playing live. I love my fans.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just cry because I can't believe that it's all happened.
It has happened so fast too, but I think that's because, you know, you have the talent to back it up and just touching...
Every song is so good.
Well, touching on what Kyle was saying, the video clips, there is that excitement. Remember when Michael Jackson released video clips and we were all excited about it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you're probably too young there, Dal.
No, I wasn't. I was a huge Michael fan, and I still am.
Yeah.
Michael is like... He's the Bible for me. Back to your question about Telephone and my favorite video. Telephone probably is my favorite video for reasons that are not necessarily entirely creative. It's the implication of the video and what the video means in a commercial context that is so groundbreaking. In my opinion, I told Beyonce this after it aired, as I said, you will see that the video is not just great now, but 6 months from now, what this video will mean.
Yeah.
Hearing people say that the video is sadomasochistic, or that the video promotes murder and things for young people. It's my personal belief that the video is getting so much attention, not because of those themes, because I've done those themes before, haven't I?
Yeah,
I've done
exactly.
this in many of my videos, but it's because it's with Beyonce, and it's because there are so many homosexual themes and transsexual women and transgendered women in the video, and suddenly it becomes poisonous and something else, because there's some people in this world that believe that being gay is a choice, and it's not a choice.
Yeah.
We are born this way.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is why, for me, this video is groundbreaking. It has 1 foot in the art community and 1 foot in the commercial world, and it makes a true and genuine statement.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to also ask you about, and hopefully you can clear this up, there have been reports about you being exhausted and close to collapsing on stage. Are you all right? Is everything good?
New Zealand, I was so jet-lagged. I got in the night before, and the jet lag just really, really
hit you?
Caught up with me.
Yeah.
And I passed out about 3 times on stage that night, but I got myself to the floor.
Yeah.
You know, I would rather, like, die on stage than walk off the stage, because I was going to pass out, and I just thought...
You're going to carry on anyway.
I said, lay down and sing those lyrics, you little bitch. And then when you get at that last minute of that performance, you see at the end of the Bad Romance, I get up and I hit that last 8 count. But you know what happens? It's never happened to me before, but I was just really tired. But the good news is I'm completely, like, rejuvenated and excited, and I don't feel worn out or jaded at all.
Well, take it easy, for God's sake, because we want to see great shows.
Anyway, Gaga, thanks for talking to us. It's great to catch up with you again.
Thanks, hon. Lady Gaga, right here on the Kyle and Jackie